Here we go. Yeah, so what's happening, people? David Hazard here, back again with another live stream. Obviously, Newcastle United won, Manchester United won, St James's Park last night. Live match reaction, and I'm joined by my good friend Mason Kentish. Mason, how you doing, bro?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, bro. I'm good, but there's gonna be a lot to talk about. Fucking Ralf Ragnick obviously is. I've seen a lot of people turning on him, but I don't think I don't think we can really blame him. He hasn't had too many games yet. We've got to give him some time to, get used to these players. But obviously, he's got a huge responsibility for the next game. He's got to change something because the players that were playing, bro, like Bruno, Rashford, Maguire, Ronaldo, all of them, I think they were awful, man. And I don't think some of those players don't even suit the way Ragnick wants to play. But Mason, let me get your thoughts on the game yesterday, bro.
It was just, it was just basically felt like a Ole game, to be honest. Players just wanted to play the Ole system. Basically, the game basically was us playing shit. Basically, I think Rashford was terrible. Um, all of them were terrible. I think De Gea was the only one that really was decent yesterday again. And our keeper keep getting man of the matches. It's pathetic that we have to rely on a goalkeeper to help us with results, And Ronaldo and Bruno yesterday, like walking off, like Ronaldo. I get Ronaldo is angry, but you just don't go and walk off straight in the tunnel straight away because you drawed
Yeah,
1-1. You don't do that.
bro.
The fact is, I don't care if he's the best in the world or not. You don't do that. And Bruno yesterday is exactly what I keep saying. He's shit. He jogs around, and if we wanted someone to jog around, we'd just put Jesse Lingard in there. Um, it's just something. It's just pathetic, man. Absolute pathetic from those players. Like seriously, I don't know what's going on with them, but something's going on. Like seriously, those players are just too busy relying on social media, not really focusing on the pitch, not putting them mentally they're mentally on the game. They're just absolutely shocking yesterday. The midfield again, twice in a row, has been beaten by two bottom league teams again.
Over.
Norwich and Newcastle. Honestly, Joe Linton was in that midfield yesterday. Joe fucking Linton, John Joe Shelby. I mean, what's that to say? That is absolute. And St. Maximin, look, St. Maximin turned Maguire into his grave. At the age of 30, I don't know, how old is he? Like 26, 27? But he's turned
Yeah.
into him. Yeah, exactly. He's put him straight into his grave. Good night. His career. Done.
Yeah,
I
Mason,
don't
you know
know.
what it is, bro? It's just the basics of football that the players are getting wrong. Like Maguire, you see for the goal, yeah, I've got to put some blame on Varane because he's the one that lost the ball with the poor touch. But then again, Varane is rusty. He just came back from injury. I don't think Bailly and Lindelof were available, so they couldn't play either. So I think he was
Yeah.
kind of rushed in. 11, and no one was really trying to see Phil Jones in that next to fucking Maguire. That would have been calamity. But yeah, like
I'd rather
I
have Phil
think
Jones, though.
for that goal, St. Maximin cutting in on his right foot is literally the basics of football. It's what you're taught at grassroots. Do not show a player on the inside or outside, whatever. Close them down. But Maguire just stands there like a fucking statue, and then it goes in the back of the net. It's just the basics of football. Bruno Fernandes again, bro. I've been saying this for time. This guy is awful. Yeah, fair enough. He gets all these goals and assists, yeah, but his overall performance has been just shit, shocking. This guy has no ball retention whatsoever. He can't keep the ball. Every time he gets the ball, he just launches it. And oh my god, bro, his crosses were awful yesterday as well, man. Like when he doesn't score or assist, like somebody tell me, what does he offer to Manchester United?
Nothing.
Nothing. That's what
He
I'm
just.
saying, bro. Nothing. Like,
It,
yeah, fair enough. He was helping out defensively yesterday, but like that's the kind of guy he is, man. Yeah, he's a passion machine, innit? I don't think Bruno's good enough, man. If you want to win titles, then I don't think we can have Bruno as our number 10, bro. I want to see Van der Beek get a run of games. Bruno's fucking
yeah.
awful yesterday. But Rashford as well, bro.
Van der Beek can hold up the ball perfectly fine. He
Yeah,
can
exactly.
pass the
Yeah.
ball. We just haven't given him any chances. That's the problem. Like we gave him one chance. I think the last time I remember him playing was the Liverpool FA Cup game, as up on the cam position, and he didn't do too badly. It wasn't his fault. He didn't do
Yeah,
anything
but he
wrong.
got taken by half as well. I think
Yeah,
Bruno came on
exactly.
for him.
Bruno came on. But this is a problem, and I said this yesterday. If you're going to have players like that who's going to play consistently bad for months now, you have to drop them. You have to drop them. I do not care what anyone says. Rashford should not have played yesterday. I don't care anyone says. I would rather play Greenwood up right mid and play Cavani up striker. I'd rather have Greenwood up right mid. I'd rather play Greenwood over Rashford. Because this is a problem. We're playing, and I'll tell you what, I know Cavani's an injury prone, and I'll say it right now. Cavani will not play games in and out. But after what happened yesterday in the second half, his mentality is so much better than all those strikers. He pushes the young boys forward. That's a captain we need, by the way. That's a captain we need, him or De Gea. Because Cavani can push the youngsters and all that and mentally go forward and get them into the game. He'd done it before. If you remember Tottenham 3-1, right? Greenwood was playing poor. And he was telling Greenwood to cross it better. What does Greenwood do? He listens, crosses the ball.
And then Cavani scored.
What, I'm sorry to Ronaldo. Does Ronaldo do that? Ronaldo just says, pass me the ball. See. There you go. Done. That's what I mean. Like, you're not, and this is probably, if Ronaldo doesn't get service, now he's starting to get the hate. Now this is the problem. We've gave Martial this hate, we gave Cavani this hate, and we've given Ronaldo this hate. Well, why do you think so? It's the lack of service. And I don't care if people say get Shaw in. I don't still want set Shaw over Telles. What did Telles do wrong yesterday?
Nothing. I don't think.
Nothing. He didn't even do anything bad.
Yeah.
He didn't do anything bad. Mark Goldbridge and all that. I'm sorry to say this, but this is an agenda on Telles. Oh shit! There goes the camera. Now my camera's having a meltdown because of Shaw. But no, Luke Shaw is having a shit season. I said this to the realist TV Zidane. If he is he's just a one season wonder. Honestly, he is. Yeah, he had that good season, then the Euros, but before that though, he had the injuries. Like when Mourinho started playing him again, okay, he played it all right. Was he best though? No. Then at the start of the season when Ole had his full season, he wasn't bad. He was good, and then he got injured. And then Brandon Williams came over and replaced him. And then he had that one season when this is what I mean. He has one good season, then a shit season, then a good season. Do we honestly need that left back? Honestly, do we honestly need that? No, we don't.
We need a consistent left back, bro. And
you
know what? They need to show the same energy they're showing for sure with Martial, because Martial has had one bad season and people are already turning on him, but people are still saying, "Oh, sure, Vitello's this, that, and the other." Like, I don't get it. It's just the English agenda, innit? And what else? Fucking like, sure. What would Shaw have done in that game? Like, I don't get this agenda with English players, bro. Like, I just don't get it. Like,
I think Rashford now starting to get hate, which is good because he deserves it. As much as I think people doesn't give him hate because of what he's done outside football, but we're talking about on the pitch though. We're not talking about outside, and this is what I mean. People too focus on stats. You got Ronaldo, who's probably got his own shitty fucking smellies that sell on Christmas. You got Rashford, who's obviously having an argument with Mr. Mayonnaise Johnson, and you've got who else? McFred and all that. Just like McTominay, average as shit. Fred, not great today. Not great yesterday, sorry. I'm going to be honest. But that's not his fault, though, because I think he's been trying the last couple games. I think he's had enough. I think McTominay is just not good enough. You know? To be honest. So
yeah, McTominay had an all-right game yesterday, but I think, McTominay was better than Fred, wasn't he? Fred,
all-right game. We're Manchester United, though. We can't just have all-right games. You know what I mean? You know, we can't just have that. We used to have midfielders that used to have better games. If they had an all-right game, they would get fucking shit on. But these days, McTominay has an all-right game, and people say him over Fred. Like, what's going on?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, seriously,
it's unacceptable, man. Like, I was even having an argument with one of my friends saying, "Oh, Ronaldo and Bruno tried what? Tried what? What did they try to do? Like, Ronaldo, when he doesn't score, he doesn't offer anything to the team. Same with Bruno, same with Rashford. Rashford, all these players, man, but still, people still want to stick up for them, saying, "Ah, for the past 3 months they've been like stat padding and shit, goals and assists and all that." But I'm talking about overall performance, because if you hold the ball well, then the team can have, you know, more of a chance of, you know, creating opportunities to score. And that's why I think yesterday's game would have been perfect for Martial. Even when, like, I liked it when Matic came on because he gave us a bit of ball retention, but still, like, the players around him just like they just all of them gave the ball away way too much. But I think it would have been the perfect game for Martial, because I think he's the only striker that can hold the ball up. You know, like Ronaldo, he just
Yeah.
makes runs, same with Cavani presses and all that. But we're talking about Gegan pressing as well. Rashford, Bruno, Ronaldo, none of them were pressing, man. So I think Ragnick, he has to make changes next game, bro. Against Burnley, I think you have to
You have
drop
to.
Rashford. You've got to
You have
drop
to drop
Bruno.
that.
And if you're not gonna drop Ronaldo, at least, you know, put him with the right partner, whether that's Cavani, Martial. But I want Sancho to start as well. I don't understand why Sancho got dropped. Maybe it was something to do with COVID. I don't know, but Sancho.
I think he just wanted to give fucking Greenwood a game. I think that's just.
Yeah, but Rashford should have been dropped for Greenwood anyways, man. But yeah, guys, if you're in the comment section, let me know what you thought about yesterday's game, man. Like, I just, bro, my head is gone. I cannot believe we drew to fucking 19th place Newcastle United, man. Like, they played us off the park, man. Like, their midfield was solid, man. Joe Shelby, he's better than McFred. I'm telling you now, he's a better player than both of them, man. The way he was spraying passes, dictating the play and all that. Our midfield was wide open. The amount of chances they created, and if it weren't for David De Gea, could have easily held 4-3. Same with last game against Norwich as well, man. And I know we haven't played for 16 days, but that is not an excuse. That is not an excuse, man.
Sorry about that. Pressed to accidentally went back on
sorry,
Discord. But as I was saying,
Yeah.
it was probably because he wanted to play Greenwood and he didn't want to drop Rashford. So they thought, because those centre backs are slow, he thought, why not play what's it called? Rashford for the pace. And it didn't work. It did not work. You know, absolutely. I'm gonna give and the thing about Ralf outright, he's only had 4 games. Was people like that with Ole? No.
Everyone's like, "Oh, give him time." Even this season, like before he got sacked, I was seeing people say, "Oh, trust the process, give him time," and people are already turning on Ralf.
Yeah, and Gary Neville already going in on Ralf. Go on the players. You know, I'm sick of it. I am going on the players today. I know yesterday there was a few little manager's decision that should have happened, but that is on the players this time. You can tell it's the players. You seriously, I don't think Ralf wants to play that. You could tell Ralf does not want to play that football. The players just think they're in cuckoo land, basically, and they're still in Ole Disneyland, basically. But instead, this is real football. They should be playing Ralph's football. And Ralf now should be going that transfer window, getting that new CDM, getting that new striker he's targeting. I can't remember his name. And hope for the, yeah, and the CDM he's targeting. That's what he's got to do.
Yeah, bro. Like the football yesterday was lethargic. Like it was almost identical to Oli Ball, bro. It was shocking, man. And you know what? Next game, it's going to determine whether a lot of people are going to stick with Ralf or not throughout the season, because he's got to make changes, man. He's got to make changes.
Yeah, Steve. This is because this is taking the piss now. You know, so it's absolutely diabolical. You know, it's getting to that point where you're like, is this Manchester United we're watching or Burnley? You know, and for that Burnley game, we've got to play the players that we feel like are that needs to play, because I think Matic should be playing. I do not care if people say he's Asian. What we saw when he came on was a whole different story of, if we had a CDM, we would be fine. If we don't have McFred together, we'd be fine. Honestly. And that's what I mean. But I think with the Varane situation, I can't blame Varane for that game because he's just come back from an injury, you know. And I don't think it's Ralph's fault either because there is no other centre backs we could play in that game. You would never play. You wouldn't play Phil Jones. Lindelof had COVID.
Yeah.
Bailey's gone to AFCON. You know, Mengi, I don't think is ready for this. He's only played one game. There was no one. You know, Twanzebi's out on loan, so there's no one to play with Harry Maguire except for Varane. And even Harry Maguire plays shit with Varane. What's this hype? Harry Maguire is going to be now great with Varane. There's been no changes. There's been no improvements. You know, it's just it's just been really the De Gea show. Let's be real here. It's just been De Gea show keeping us out in the shits. If we didn't have De Gea, and I'll tell you what, the fucking sad part is Ole was going to play Dean Henderson before he got COVID.
Yeah.
He was going to be the number one. That is, again, England agenda. And second of all, that would kill us. We would have been in the bottom. Because I don't see Henderson be a show like De Gea this season. I had no way in hell. Just because he had that one good season at Sheffield United, people boost him up. Now, and look what happened. He was terrible for us when he came in that team. I'm sorry. He was not 100% perfect. He was not. There were so many mistakes he made. And the fact that he's now been dropped to second goalkeeper and he's only played 1 or 2 games. And I can't remember the last time he had a clean sheet. I honestly can't remember the last time he had a clean sheet.
But yeah, De Gea's like the best shot stopper. I'm telling you, bro. Without him, and I'm being honest, like, he's been our only consistent performer this season, bro. I forget Ronaldo. Ronaldo, even when he scores goals, he doesn't really perform to the expectations. And same with Bruno as well. Same with Rashford. All these players. De Gea's been our only consistent. He deserves the captaincy. Let's be real, because he's the one setting the example for, you know, the younger players and stuff. Not Ronaldo, not Bruno, not all these, you know, crybabies or whatever you want to call them, bro. Like, I think De Gea deserves the captaincy. He's been brilliant this season, man.
Absolutely.
Without him, would we even be in a shout for top 4?
Exactly. Without him, we're done. We wouldn't be in this. We wouldn't be probably 6th right now or 7th. So that's how poor we are at the moment. We have to rely on goalkeepers all the time. It's absolutely annoying. You know, so look, Burnley game. I'm not looking forward to it. I'm going to be honest. I was looking forward to yesterday, but there was no football. There's not been any football for a long time, right? And that happened. You know, we had this, we've had that. So it's absolutely terrible. And these boys better get their fucking heads up, man. Because if we draw to Burnley, if we've drawn to 3 relegation teams I've had 3 bad performances against relegations, there is no way we're going to get top 4. There's no way with these players.
If we drop points against Burnley, I don't think we'll make top 4, man. Like, this is a must-win game. We've got like 2 games in hand on Arsenal, I think. So we've got to win, man. Same as Spurs, they got a couple games in hand on Arsenal as well. It's a must-win, bro.
I mean, if Arsenal gets, this is what I mean. Arsenal's having a better season than us, guys. That's the problem. The fact they've got a shit squad, right? So is Tottenham, and we all said we would get top 4. We're nowhere near. We're absolutely nowhere near that level. Absolutely, there's no way.
I just hope Lindelof will be available for the next game. I'm not trying to see Harry Maguire, man. And you know what? Let me tell you my lineup for the next game. It's got to be De Gea and goal. Right back, Dalot. I think if Varane's still fit, Varane, Lindelof, Telles, Van der Beek, Matic, Sancho. Actually, nah, you know what? I don't think Pogba ain't going to be fit, so I'll put Van der Beek on like the left or right. That's like a number 10 anyway, to be just that formation, and then maybe Cavani and Ronaldo up top, man. I'm not trying to see Bruno or Rashford or Maguire in that starting lineup.
Yeah. I think De Gea, Dalot, I'll still stick with the fullbacks. Lindelof, and I don't think Bailey will be back, so Lindelof, I'll take Tellez, Van der Beek, Sancho. Oh, who's the midfield? Midfield, I'd take Matic, and if I don't think Pogba will be fit, but I'd take Pogba if he came back. If not, Fred with Matic. I know a lot of people will be a bit like, oh, but that's the best option we can go with. Yeah, Van der Beek, Sancho, Ronaldo with Greenwood or Cavani, because there's no way we're going to bench Ronaldo. There is no way. Whether we want to or not, it's never going to happen. Never, 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 because that board will not do that. They will not do that. They will not go and if the manager, the fans won't take that, whether they don't like Ronaldo's performance on Newcastle, because he is Ronaldo, isn't he? He does what he does. You know, he goes and like Roy Keane when he got dropped at fucking Chelsea. If he gets dropped at that one just for one game, right, people get pissed. But people wants to rotate. That's the problem. People wants to rotate, but we can't rotate. You know, because basically people want fucking Ronaldo to play. What's the point of rotating?
Yeah, but we've got to play to Ronaldo's strengths anyway. Now we know if we don't create chances for our course, so you've got to have a system that can, you know, build around Ronaldo. You've got to create chances, and he's banging in goals. Simple as. Like, I know he did it under Oli, scored a lot of goals, but that's just his individual brilliance, man. But other than goals, if he doesn't score goals, he doesn't offer nothing to the team.
Exactly, he does just nothing on the team. So if he doesn't score, well, I don't even know if he'll score. If he doesn't get the service, I think it was a waste of money to get Ronaldo. I'm sorry, but it was. We got him because he was going to go to Man City. He might have gone to Man City. So we obviously it was great to see Ronaldo. I'm not going to lie, I was buzzing because it's Ronaldo. He's one of the best players in the world. But the problem is we've wasted a CDM spot for him. When, let's be real here, was the striker our real problem in the first place? Not really, because at the first place it was mainly it was because the reason why it wasn't the problem, and the reason, right, so basically the reason why they got no service was because of the CDM, and we had no CDM next to a centre mid that was great. So of course that's on the manager because he had options still, but he should have still gone it. The board should have gone straight to get a new CDM, whether they like it, whether it's Ronaldo or not. You know, it's just absolutely ridiculous. Like, I'm sorry to Ronaldo.
You know what?
Big fan of him, but that's just the truth, isn't it? You know, waste of money if we just paid 25 million. I mean, Messi went to PSG for free, so we got a bit. We paid a fucking bit of money with him. He wasn't free though, and his wages. Don't forget, he's on big wages too. Like, seriously, people assume he's not on big wages. He is on big wages, though. I've seen what wages he's on. Like, was it like 400,000? Is it? I think it's like 400,000.
It could be even more. He's definitely the highest paid player in the Prem.
Exactly. So he is the highest player. You know, so I don't know why people are saying, "Oh, we got Ronaldo because he's the best player in the world," but they don't get it. And I think half of those fanboys are Ronaldo fanboys. That's the thing. They just stick up for Ronaldo, wouldn't it? So it's just unbiased, isn't it? So yeah, I think with the Ronaldo situation, if he doesn't get goals, it was a waste of money. Hate to say it, but it's true.
But yeah, bro, like I said earlier, the next game is going to be a massive test. But if this was Oli, we wouldn't be seeing a change in the lineup because obviously he has his favourites in that. But at least with Ralf, I'm trusting him to, you know, play that were shit in it. So say Maguire, if Lindelof's fit, Rashford, Bruno, hopefully they get dropped. But yeah, next game's going to be a big test. And I heard he's going to change to like a 3-1-4 formation, whatever. But changes they have to be made, man. I don't think the players are used to this formation, this 4-2-2-2. Maybe even go back to the 4-2-3-1, 4-3-3, do whatever. But I just have to change against Burnley. So it's a must win, man. I don't care how I want to see a performance as well, because if we don't see a change in the style of play, because last game was very, very similar to Oli Ball. So if we don't see a style of play the next game, like the Gegenpressing, basically the first 20 minutes against Crystal Palace, if we don't see anything like that, then I'm gonna be really worried, man, because he did, like, revolutionize the football club. Obviously, he's gonna be like he's going to have a consultancy role next season and the season after that as well. So he's got to build something, especially for the next manager. He's got to build something in this team. Got trophies. We've got to play better football, got to be competing as well. But it doesn't look like it so far, man. But hopefully there's a massive change next game as well, bro.
Yeah, I hope so too, because like I said, we played really good football for Palace for the first 20 minutes, and then second half is a bit dodgy. So I don't know what's going on with the players. That's got to be on the players. That's got to be. It's just got to be. I think there's something going on with that. Like, we don't know, but no, there needs to be changes. Hopefully, we play like we did in the first 20 minutes against Palace. But if it does, we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah.
To be honest, so yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing as well, man. And bro, I saw a stat yesterday saying fucking Bruno lost the ball 26 times. And when I saw that, bro, I was just like, oh my God, how are people still sticking up for this guy? Did you see the Rashford cross? I can't remember what minute it was, but he tried to the ball. He just completely mishit that, bro. I didn't know whether to laugh or just cry, but I was screaming, what is this guy still doing on the pitch?
I laughed, to be fair. I just like, what the fuck? I was like, what the hell? We still got I thought we didn't have Steven Gerrard who slips on the ball. Fucking hell. Like, seriously, like, Rashford, get a fucking grip, man. You're seriously, you're telling me now you can't cross the fucking ball. First, you're too busy feeding the kids. Now you're saying you can't cross the ball. Mate, come on. Seriously. I don't want to hear the excuse he's injured, because he's had his fucking break now. Alright? He's had the thing, right? He's had the surgery. He didn't play in the Euros. Did he play? No, he did play in the Euros.
He did.
Yeah, he shouldn't have played in the Euros. It was his fault too. He chose to play in the Euros. I get it's the biggest competition, right? But second of all, you're fucking back, mate. You're back. If it's hurting at the Euros, you know you ain't going to be perfect. Get the surgery that time. Because then you'll get more time to recover and you will be ready and going for the start of the season. But instead, he came in the middle of the season where we're having a crisis and scored that goal, and then he started playing shit. That's his fault. He's not the old Rashford we know who used to do 1-3-1. This is just a different Rashford. Like, seriously, something's going on with him. He's just absolutely shit since last season, towards the last season.
Yeah, man, but it's just Rashford, bro. Like, he hasn't been good since the end of the 2019-20 season. Like, we ain't seen that Rashford since, and I think it's to do with injuries. Like, obviously he was being overplayed, and I only just relied. But now his injuries ain't an excuse, because he's had his surgery, he's had his break, and still seeing the same poor performances, bro. Like, he doesn't even press anymore. I think he's lost his legs. Once he loses his pace, he's not even. Is he gonna even be a Prem player, bro? Like, let's think about it, man. I'm not even trying to, go overboard with this or anything. But if he loses his place, what has he got to offer to any team? He's got no attitude. He hasn't got anything. He can't pass.
He hasn't got anything. Let's be real. What's he got? Right, besides the pace and a little bit of the dribble, he has nothing. This is Rashford. He hasn't got anything. I think people are just being a bit OTT with him, because he also scored those goals, didn't he? Last season, he got 15 goals before the injury. Big deal. Bruno Fernandes got fucking 15 goals. Just because you get goals don't mean shit. You're the position, right, is a left mid position and a cam, right? You're playing right mid side. You should be crossing the ball perfectly fine, which you couldn't. You should be holding the ball up perfectly nicely, passing the ball fluid passing, and building the attack. But instead, you're putting shit passes. You know, if you can't pass the ball, man, like McTominay can't pass the ball, he's shit. He's a CDM,
Shocking.
he's a centre mid who can't pass the ball. And the thing about Fred is, people say Fred can't pass, but Fred's not really more of a passer. If you think of it, Fred's more of a recovery tackler. I've seen it in the part when he's with Michael Carrick in the start. Yeah, he's like a recovery tackler. He can recover tackle very well and intercept. That's what Fred does. McTominay, he's just a Roy Keane because he's attitude, because he fucking physicality. Okay, apart from he's a physical person, what can he do on the ball? Can he do a rainbow flip? Can he do skills? Can he dribble? Can he even pass? No? Okay, fuck off then. Seriously.
Bro, it's the same. Man. It's the same with Maguire as well. Like, he's just big for no reason. He can't even defend. He's got no pace. Even his people say he's a ball playing centre back, but I think he's so on the ball, man. Like, he makes poor decisions. Passing is shit. He's like, he tries to, turn out whenever he's being pressed. He tries to turn the attack about it. He turns out and he's awful on the ball, man. I just want Maguire out of my club. I want McTominay out of my club. Bruno can be a bench player at best, but I don't rate that guy, man. Same with Rashford, man. I think, bro, they just can't. They if I see them in the starting lineup next game, that's when I'm gonna be like, yo, Ralf, are you actually the German Oli? Like, that's when I'm really gonna question him. If he doesn't change the starting lineup, if he doesn't drop Rashford, if he doesn't drop Bruno, then that's where the questions are really gonna be, intensifying and all that, and obviously all the scrutiny is gonna be on the manager.
Yeah, it's exactly. It's just like, what's he, yeah, exactly. I agree with you there. It's just, I forgot what I was about to say then because I'm too busy, like, going on my Xbox app a minute ago. Sorry about that. I forgot what I was going to say. It always happens to me. I have that train of thoughts and it's gone, but...
It's just
carry on. Yeah, just trying to...
But yeah, you were saying earlier that people like rely too much on stats instead of watching football. Like, people that actually know football and like, watch these players will know that Bruno Fernandes, he's not a good number 10. And Mason, do you remember when you got on? Remember Ricky from the United side when he said Juan Mata is better than Bruno Fernandes? Do you understand that?
I think Prime Mata is better than Prime Bruno.
100%. I might as well mention that, but I think
Mata got player of the fucking season twice with Chelsea.
Yeah.
Honestly. And I don't think he was bad at the start for Manchester United. It was just that Mahina comes in, he was shit. But with Van Gaal and Moyes, he was decent, to be fair. So
yeah, he's the number 10 on the right.
Yeah, exactly. He was decent for us. He's not a flop. It was just with Mahina and Ule. One, he don't get game tops, and two, his legs gone. He should have gone in the summer. No matter if we like Max or not, he should have gone. He's not going to get game tops. He wasn't even on the bench yesterday, him and Lingard.
Yeah, man. It's crazy.
People were getting happy about Alanga. Did even Alanga come on the pitch? Just because you used on the bench, don't... Just because of use on the bench don't mean he's going to... It's because he scored that goal against Wogs. I think everyone's starting to... They're starting to like basically like the guy now. That's what they're liking about him.
But yeah, I don't really rate him, man. He's just got pace. That's it. Like,
hey?
I don't really rate Alanga. Do you remember his misses against Young Boys as well? Like, he had 2 ones and he missed them. Or was it Amad Diallo who had one and he had one as well? But he definitely should have scored against
Amad Diallo should definitely be playing. 100%. Let's be real here. We take £50 million for him. Let's not forget. £50 million, right? For a guy that does not get in the starting lineup. So you're selling me, right? We're now paying £50 million these days. That transfer window shows how shocking our board is. And they still are shocking, no matter what we think. They are shocking. I remember Joe Glazer said, was it one of the Glazers said, Ronaldo debuted at 16 years old at Manchester United. Are you fucking dumb?
Oh, they don't know. They don't know football, man. They
don't
do
know
not
football.
know football.
Ronaldo was at Porto at 16. He wasn't at Ronaldo. He wasn't at Manchester United for a couple more years later. Seriously, dumbar. They're fucking dumbasses. But again, they're no offense to Americans. I'm not saying bad at it, but they're probably too busy watching a fucking American football, not football, American football. Like seriously, like bruv. And don't forget that season, right? That transfer window. We put a free transfer. We paid 3 for Cavani. We paid £40 million for Van der Beek, who never played. We paid Palestri 20 million about that, and he's always on loan.
Oh my days! He don't waste money, man. He doesn't even. When was the last time he played for us?
Pre-season.
Yeah, pre-season. Yeah, that's it.
And Diallo. We paid 50 million for Diallo. He didn't even get a game time until February. Was it February time? Yeah, in the Europa League against Milan. And to this day, he's playing under the 21s. He's too good for the under 21s. I've seen the under 21s highlights. This guy is too good. He is too good for that. Honestly. You know, and I swear to God, man, that bench, right? We have got to put players on that bench. I wouldn't mind Rashford being on the bench, right? Because I think he would bring on the energy as a half-time player. But as a starting up player, if he's playing like that, then no.
He's not. He's not good enough.
Same with McTominay. He could probably bring the energy to the game too. But as a starting night player, you would rather play the players that are more better as a starting lineup. People like Matic, Van der Beek, you know. But we're not going to drop Bruno. Let's say it loud and clear. We're not going to drop Bruno. So as much as we want Bruno gone, Bruno's going to get told. Bruno's going to stay in that squad line for forever, whether he's had bad games or not. Wayne Rooney, right, with Van Gaal, right, was poor, right? He wasn't great. By that point, he was aging, but he was still playing, whether he was poor or not, right?
Yeah, still playing. Honest, bro, Rooney's a much better footballer than fucking Bruno.
He is. I'm not saying that. I'm saying when he, yeah. I'm just saying, like, Bruno's had 2 good seasons, right? Now, because he's having bad games, they won't drop him because they did that. They've done it with players frequently, you know. And Pogba, the thing about Pogba is, as much as I want Pogba back, I don't even know if Pogba wants to come. If Pogba wants to stay here, you know, if Pogba wants to leave next month, we have to sell him. I'm sorry, but remember the summer if we keep until the summer, his contract's going to end. He probably doesn't want to play for United. We're selling him on a free. You know, that's the big mistake we're going to make.
Big mistake.
And we did it before. You know, so there is got to be some points in the transfer window where we've got to think, okay, we might have to sell a few players, to be honest. I don't think we should sell Cavani because now looking at Rashford, I'd rather keep Cavani till the summer, right? Or get that new striker in. Then I would sell Mata or Lingard. But seriously, Pogba, if Pogba wants to leave, I'd sell Pogba too. Whether we love Pogba or not. You know, I like him. But if his attitude's not in for Manchester United, then we don't want to do a Di Maria where we want to keep him, but he doesn't want to be here. You know? So unfortunately,
you can't keep players that don't want to be in the club, innit?
No,
like Ragnick said that you can't want to be in the club, like especially a big club like United, you gotta want to play for us, innit? Like, I love Pogba, but I think he like leaves. But I don't want him to. If he signs a new contract, great. But if he leaves, then it is what it is, innit? Like I know he'll shine somewhere else. Same with Martial. Like I want to get on to next topic as well, the January transfer for Martial. Even though there's been talks that we've rejected Sevilla's offer, we've got to replace him with that striker. What's his name? Julian Alvarez.
He's not going to Sevilla,
I haven't seen him play for 90 minutes. Clips of him. I know it's not enough, but he does seem like a
well,
decent player.
Well, the good news I've heard is right. He is staying he's staying in January. So far, the Sevilla deal is not happening because we've rejected it because they wanted a loan. So, but that could mean something, you know. So, but we'll have to wait. We'll have to wait and see. I have no idea what's going to happen in this transfer window yet. So
you know what? It is pivotal to get a DM. If you don't get a DM, you know, what's my man's name? Boubacar Kamara from Marseille. Like apparently there's talks that we could do a swap deal, so Martial could go there on loan and we could pay like 10 to 12 million for Kamara. But I just want a DM. I can't like Fred at DM, man. I see DMs, so we have to get a DM, get a striker if we can, and yeah, man. I think that will be pivotal in the race for top four. If we don't get basically, that's my take on it, man.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got to sell players and we've got to buy players. The January windows needs to be better because the last few January windows have been awful, absolutely awful. So we need to start getting January windows better again, to be fair.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, I'm gonna end it there. Appreciate everyone that joined and commented throughout the live stream. Appreciate you, Mason, for joining as well. And I'll try to do more live streams. Obviously, we'll definitely do a Burnley match review. Hopefully that game goes well. We play some good football, and we get the result we want as well. So until then, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.